Wow. So the King of Cups is, it's a very emotionally intelligent king. Represents usually Scorpio energies, but it could also represent other water signs with a masculine energy. And usually the King of Cups is someone who deeply loves somebody, admires life, and is solid and reliable. And this king is looking right over at the Six of Cups. Kind of like this, the Six of Cups usually rolls like a soulmate connection. It represents deep love, emotional connection, spiritual connection. It can also represent somebody from your past, either in this lifetime or another. I do believe in past lives and reincarnation. So, in a positive, this king is looking over like at this nostalgia, at this deep love bond, and it's just very endearing and loving. And the Judgment card in reverse means that you've just come out of an awakening. And my other readings from the last couple months or so really follow this. Like I said, I call them tarot quests because it's quite a journey that we're having. I'm finding that a lot of my readings link to each other. And because they're collective, this is a collective theme. And I'm also a professional astrologer, so I can kind of pick up on energies both astrologically, psychically, and using tarot as a spiritual guide to kind of help people understand. So a lot of people are going to resonate. Exactly how it fits in your life may mean something different. Like if this isn't about a loving soulmate connection, it could be something you created in the past that you were really fond of that made you feel that deep emotional connection with yourself. And maybe this was a part of your awakening with the Judgment card in reverse. And it's it's like you had to find a way to access this heart space. Because the King of Cups is also the King of Hearts in traditional playing cards. And then we have the Eight of Swords in reverse over here. So you got out of your head after this awakening. Wow, that is huge, because some of the energies I've been picking up on have been kind of stuck up in their head. And some people are more intellectual than others. Other people have legitimate anxiety disorders, and I'm not a medical or mental health professional, but I am an advocate. So I sometimes speak on breaking stigmas around mental health and other topics. So yeah, I advocate for people who are learning how to advocate for themselves, because I at one point had to learn how to do that for myself, which is why I'm now a guide. So the Eight of Swords in reverse is getting out of your own mental prison. I don't feel like I'm going to read that in a negative way, because it really does feel like a conclusion. And it's because of this Two of Cups over here. This Two of Cups, this is also a deep soulmate. This is like the ultimate divine union. And we've got Six of Cups, Two of Cups, and the Lovers out here, plus the Four of Wands. So, like, this is a huge turnaround. Like, I really feel like the Six of Wands in reverse up here, the first card out, like, that's no longer, that's in the past. This whole, like, feeling wounded or spiteful, maybe even a little mad about some things, and, like, just, like, feeling beaten down by the world, and it just, it's like the end of an era. It's some deep healing that happened here. Waters are also very healing. And Two of Cups, again, that can represent a divine counterpart, soulmate, like your person, your freaking person. Um, and again, it's not toxic. It's not, when I say toxic, I just mean it's not with an unhealed person. Uh, and I'm seeing Princess of Swords in reverse and the Emperor at the bottom. That's interesting. I'm going to take both of those right on top of the Two of Cups. So, Princess of Swords, that's like not just sitting back and watching anymore and taking authority with the Emperor card. This is something you're feeling very confident about. Maybe it took you a long time to process your feelings and your thoughts, and you had to come around to the idea, but now you're finally moving forward. If we pull the Chariot card, I'm gonna whoop-de-doo for you. Let me tell you, because the Emperor drives the Chariot card. I'm just like, is it gonna come out? Ooh, this is exciting. Oh, I'm feeling an excitement now, and I just got chills down my back. That was weird. Okay. I tend to sense things through my body also as an intuitive, as a psychic. It was like almost like somebody just like touched me in the middle of my back. That was weird. I don't know. That felt like a message for somebody, like maybe someone's like reassuring you very gently with physical affection that like, hey, you know, it's okay. Look at this. Like, just, you're safe. Like, I've got you at your center, at your core. We're good. I don't know. I'm channeling that right now. It feels very awkward for me, but like, that's for somebody. Maybe one of your loved ones, either in soul or in spirit or in physical form that you haven't met yet. I pick up on multiple timelines, so it could be somebody from your past, present, or future, but there's somebody in your energy I'm picking up on very strongly. Oh my goodness. I just pulled the Sun card. And I'm getting more chills. This is one of the coolest readings and happiest readings I have done in a long time, you guys. Excuse me, everyone. The Sun, the King of Wands in reverse. Maybe you shed light on how some of your behavior was kind of angry or aggressive in a way. Yeah, Nine of Swords in reverse. Maybe you felt like you were always under attack, and you realized that maybe you were kind of creating the same destruction that you were experiencing. But you're the Emperor now, so you overcame that, and the sun is shining here, and oh wow, and it's for the Queen of Cups. I just pulled the Queen of Cups. Now, if you remember back to our Building Foundations Tarot series, and again, that's in the playlist at the end, or in the description box, Queen of Cups was our foundational card, I believe, for the Building Foundations 1. That sounds about right. And it's the mother of all love. It's about unconditional love. So you chose unconditional love. Just let me... I hope that wasn't too loud on the recording, but I wanted to give you some applause, because let me tell you, when you fight with the shadow and you go through dark nights of the soul and you come through spiritual awakenings or ascensions, and anybody who's on a 5D frequency is going to know what I'm putting down. And again, I'll talk about these things on my channel in other days. Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about if you're listening right now, if you're still hanging in. To be able to trust love when you have been dragged through the mud, through life. I'm not going to say any specific situations. Everybody's got their own version of what's not been loving, okay? And, you know, it's like that saying, hurt people hurt other people. Sometimes our wounds, and we do have the Nine of Wands over here in the past, sometimes our wounds get projected onto other people, and it's usually because we haven't slowed down enough, like the Hangman here. It's hanging upside down in meditation, receiving epiphanies, taking the time to go inward and tap into that intuitive knowing. And the Queen of Cups also represents that deep intuition. So this is so beautiful. I'm actually like, I'm trying not to cry right now. And the moon is in Cancer. It's not helping, okay? Of course, if you're watching this another time, the moon sign may not matter to you, but everything is energy, so that's the energy that's coloring this reading right now is the Cancer moon, and I happen to be a Cancer rising, so of course I'm channeling, well, Queen of Cups energy, you know, because that is the sign that Queen of Cups rules is Cancer, and other water signs, feminine energies. But anyways, I'm really picking up on wow, like a overwhelming, sentimental, good emotions. Again, here with the Six of Cups over here with the soulmate, deep bond, and then the Two of Cups. It's like, you know, you found something to love. Something that took you through your dark night, that guided you. Something that was very hard for you to do, but you're on the other side of it now. I kind of want to see what's going on here with the Emperor. And I think I'm going to switch up the decks. Let me see, where do we want to go? I'm thinking Cosmic Energy Oracle, actually, because I want, see here, the Queen of Cups, the Emperor, and there's the Sun. The Sun is like the happiest card in the deck. That's why, woo, hello, this card just came flying out. Insight. Insight is the fruit of wisdom. Keep a learning attitude. I pulled this in mid-April for the Tarot Moon Day weekly read. Tarot Moon Day is my collective weekly themed reading I do every day of the moon, which is Monday. I did not do one this week because of the holiday. That is why I'm doing a bonus read. And hello, meditation and release just came through. Anyways, that week I did one called Insight Leads to Joy. Check that out in the playlist. It might have some additional messages for you. And then acceptance. Acceptance was also in, I want to say it was in the Wheel of Fortune read. I like to mention energies that feel relevant that we've covered, because sometimes you'll receive additional messages when you go back and rewatch things. I've done that myself, and I'm like, wow, I didn't pick up on that before. It's because you weren't in the right frequency to receive. So, you know, if you feel like doing that, go ahead. If not, no big deal. I just thought I'd mention that. I also sometimes clip side messages out of my readings. So, you know, maybe you'll happen to stumble upon one of those. And if it feels synchronistic, if it feels true, then it's probably true. That's your intuition telling you, your soul guiding you. Love. To love. To love. Love is one of the highest vibrations that you can carry, and if you've decided to choose unconditional love, you are vibrating in love. I think the last reading I mentioned maybe doing some heart chakra openings, so for those of you who listened to me, congratulations, it worked. I'm confirming that right now, it worked. Release here, release past burdens and embrace new beginnings. And you did that. You did that with this past energy, with the Nine of Wands and the Hangman in reverse. You released past burdens and you are embracing new beginnings. I'm so proud of you, whoever you are, multiple people, for choosing it. In my May Astro Highlights video, I also mentioned that we just had the new moon in Taurus, and that was all about new beginnings. Especially with Venus going back into Aries. Aries is the initiator of the zodiac, and Venus is the planet of love. So put those together, and there you go. Congratulations. You're on your way to love. It is a new journey. And it is a blessing. I just pulled the blessing card. Blessings are gifts from the universe. Receive and share them. I think in a prior read we also talked about paying attention to your blessings, like with the Four of Cups card. Anyways, you can check out other readings to go into that. We also have meditation. Meditation connects you to your inner self. So you certainly did that. And with the Hangman in reverse, further confirmation that whatever downloads you received in your meditations, you can trust. And you've accepted it, and that has led you to love, because acceptance. Accept others and yourself. Welcome new opportunities. So we got embrace new beginnings and welcome new opportunities. So we've got all that, which is great, with the Emperor. So like the Emperor takes initiative. The Emperor is the ultimate leader in the tarot. I almost said zodiac because the Emperor also rules Aries in Again, Aries is ruled by Mars, the planet of action. So you're ready to be bold, but I feel a little bit of uncertainty here. I'm going to pull from the Herb Crafter's Tarot. Let's see why there is just a tiny bit of hesitancy here. I don't know, it's just an intuitive hit I'm having here. Apologize if the cards were loud to you again. Turn down the volume if you need to. I feel like we might conclude this reading in the next 10 to 15 minutes, but I tend to not exist in time when I do these readings, when I channel. I appreciate everybody who likes to hang in for the full reading. For those of you that have left me comments in the last week, I am going to be responding soon. I'm just getting some more rest today. All right, Emperor, what's going on? Huh. One moment. Okay. All right. Okay, so 9 of Earth in reverse, so 9 of Pentacles in reverse, 6 of Air, Curandera of Earth, and the 3 of Fire in reverse, so that's 9 of Pentacles reverse, 6 of Swords, King of Pentacles, and the 3 of Wands in reverse. It seems that you decided to stop trying to manifest something that was making you not feel very independent and just choose peace to move into smoother pastures, and this put you in the position of the King of Pentacles. And a few readings back, I mentioned the King of Pentacles is what you were aspiring to become. Well, you've also accomplished that. You found some kind of security here, something that you have built. And it could be material, which pentacles typically are, but it could also be a sense of security within yourself based on prior readings, and also moving into calmer waters with 6 of Swords. That's also like a spiritual journey, a transition. It's intellectual balance. The 9 of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like that's more of a past energy, and same with the 3 of Wands. Excuse me, I'm going to get some tea. One sec. Usually 3 of Wands is a person standing at a cliff watching ships come in. So, you know, you've manifested something and you know that it's coming in. Well, in reverse, it's like you finally let something go, or you've decided to stop trying to make it happen through your thoughts and actually do something physical here. And the King of Pentacles is a physical sign. The thing about the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, that usually represents, it's like the minor to the Empress energy, so it's feeling very independently wealthy in a sense. Even if you don't have a lot, you have some comforts. You can pay your bills, you can have some things that are nice for yourself. It can also represent a single person, like not in a relationship. So some people would read it in reverse as a negative, like maybe you're attached, maybe you have a partnership, but you've decided to move away from it, and this has made you stable with the King of Pentacles, and you're no longer trying to force any manifestations. This feels like more past energy, so I'm wondering why this is causing some hesitancy with the Emperor, because those are very solid. You even have like great love here with the King of Cups. Adelita of Earth. Okay, so you are coming forward very slowly with something, and that's a Knight of Pentacles card. And in the past, we've had the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So you're no longer being stubborn about something. And it's the High Priestess in reverse. You want to confess something. You want to share secrets with someone. Temperance. This will bring you great balance and healing. Could be an earth angel as well that you want to confess to. Something about your struggles, about why you felt out in the cold with the Five of Pentacles, or how you've lacked in some way. Pretty much possibly how you've had to overcome this lack mindset to become the King of Pentacles. And it's like, we also had the Three of Cups earlier, so you want to celebrate this fact with this, this energy. And if it's not a person you're moving towards, it could just be an environment that represents that unity between the here and now and the ethers. Because the Temperance card, like the Star card, shows both figures half in water and half on land. Which also, by the way, now that I just thought of it, this isn't an actual connection in the tarot. This is just a psychic hit. That would be like a crab, like Cancer, right? Being half on land and half in the water, being able to go in and out between being stable and being emotional. And that's also kind of the King of Cups energy, because King of Cups can use their wise mind. And I'm clearing my throat, which means somebody wants to speak up and say something. Could be you. Maybe you're just trying to figure out how. And we have the, I just pulled the Queen of Swords, Madre of Air card here. So like, you want to say something, you want to use your discernment, you want to be very clear about something in your communication. Wow. And it's the Ace of Pentacles or Ace of Earth here. So you want to communicate some kind of value and offer a gift. You have something you want to offer, and also Spirit is offering you some kind of abundance, because the Ace of Pentacles traditionally is a phantom hand, kind of like in the Four of Cups, right, where it's sticking out, holding this huge gift. And we saw here earlier the Oracle card of blessings, and then we see Eight of Cups in reverse. Wow, Spirit's really speeding up, because we got the Empress card now. And we've got the Four of Wands for the second freaking time. Well, you know, I don't want to make you blush, but again, this could be about something else, but someone's in love. Maybe through finding this like union with yourself and maybe your spiritual beliefs, you finally were able to be in the energy of love, like we talked about earlier, and you're in love, and you're ready to go. I still feel some hesitancy. I don't know why Spirit's making this so hard for us. The Eight of Cups in reverse is like you walked away from something, or I guess some readers on a more shallow level would call that the boomerang card. And the Empress, and then the Sun for the second time. Are you kidding me? So we got, whoo, wow. The Sun twice. Twice! Maybe after leaving something, or again, this could be somebody from your past, hence the boomerang card. You realize they were your foundation, your everything. And the Empress, like they are the Empress, which is, like I was just talking about earlier, the version of the Nine of Pentacles upright, only the advanced version. And the Empress, which again, check out my Tarot Talk and Astro Tea Empress 8-part series. Seven of Cups in reverse, so it's there's no longer any options in your mind. You know what the choice is, and it's going to bring you a lot of happiness here with the Sun card. Or they are your sun. Maybe they're your light. And man, you know, I said just like at the beginning of my readings a few months ago, I was like, I'm not going to do love readings. And here, Spirit's tricking me into doing a freaking love reading. I really had no intention. I thought we were going to talk about spiritual journeys, but it seems like now we're focusing on the sun. By the way, maybe I'll make a separate clip of this, but in the beginning of my May Astro highlights video, I did some silly singing, and I was actually singing sun-themed songs. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So the wheel has turned. This is a new cycle. Anyways, yeah, I was singing Here Comes the Sun, and the sun will come out tomorrow, and I was like channeling just this really vibrant, happy energy. And if you're watching this in real time, that was about last Sunday on, I think, the new moon. Yeah, the 27th of April. So that could be relevant. Maybe something happened that day that made you feel really happy, and it helped kind of bring all this together. And if that's so, I mean, it could be then, or it could be whatever time you're watching this, like, was today Thursday? So like 5 days ago, 4 or 5 days ago, maybe 3, up to a week, something significant shifted in your energy here. And it concluded this karmic cycle, the Wheel of Fortune. We sometimes read that card. Again, check out the Wheel of Fortune reading. That might be relevant for personal insight. I get the feeling that Spirit doesn't want me to talk about what you're getting hung up on, because I've asked 3 times now, and they just want to focus on the positives. So I guess just keep focusing on the positive. Don't be toxically positive. What does that mean? There's a difference between working with mantras and convincing yourself to have different beliefs. There's also manifestation techniques where, you know, the law of assumption, you believe it before you see it, and that's actually how you truly manifest. And then there's washing over things and being straight up delulu, as some people would say, where you are not paying attention to the facts and you are just acting like everything is okay, probably rushing around, not being the present moment. But I'm not picking up that energy at all. Another card wants to come out. We have, wow, we have the Two of Cups in reverse now. Now that's interesting, because we had the Two of Cups upright earlier. Now it's in reverse. Okay, so this is a side message. This is not going to be for everybody. They're going to give me some insight for somebody. Maybe you did not feel like you were in union with yourself. So what does that mean? Maybe you felt like you didn't know yourself, and this entire process opened you up. It seems like someone, like, cracked your heart open is what happened. Gonna give this a shuffle. Oh my. Oh, Spirit. Okay, so I open the deck up to shuffle and I look, and it's the World card and the Chariot. Was I not just saying if I see the Chariot I was gonna freak out? And it's here with the World. You're going to seize the world, whoever you are, like whatever this is. If it's not about love, again, it could apply to something creative that you're working on. It could have to do with, like, just like loving life and enjoying experiencing life, being in the present moment. Whatever it is, you're moving forward with it very quickly. So if you felt like you weren't quite yourself, or you weren't sure if you were ready for this, so to speak, which is what I'm picking up as a side message with the Two of Cups in reverse, it's not actually a problem. It's just like, it's going to become a distant thought. And with how many positive cards are here, and also with the ravens cawing in the distance over the canyon, that's confirmation. You're protected. You're on the journey. You've overcome your dark night. And if you haven't experienced these things, again, I speak things in multiple timelines, so check it out. If you are watching a video and you're like, oh, that's never going to happen to me, well, then you're probably right, because our thoughts create our reality, right? And this isn't to shame anybody. It's just, it has to do with energy. It's a frequency thing. And when you work on your frequency by working on yourself, working with your union with yourself, working with union with Spirit, then you are able to integrate different facets of yourself and move forward in your life like the Emperor. And also another note is the Chariot can represent like a mobile home.